Hello and welcome to a new episode of Dream Car Garage, and today, ain't messing about now people, I've got a 2010 Vauxhall Insignia VXR, and spoiler alert, this car's a beast.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust.
Now the Vauxhall Insignia VXR kind of reminds me of the actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Why? You know, when you see him at these award ceremonies, he's got a beautiful, fine, tailored suit on, but you can still see that the guy's got mad beef underneath that. That's exactly what this car is. It's a beautiful, tailored suit, but when you look at the 20-inch wheels with 255 tyres and the lower front spoiler, you can tell this car's got some mad beef going on. In this review, I'm going to be looking at the styling, the practicality, I'm going to look at the interior design, the tech on offer, and then finally, I'm going to take it for a drive. I'm going to give it a Dream Car Garage in the end out of 25. Okay, let's go. A big part of any car, in particular a high-performance car, has to be the way it looks. And in this regard, Vauxhall have done a great job subtly beefing up the looks of this car without being garish or going over the top. The wheels are massive 20-inch affairs clad with 255 rubber and fill the wheel arches perfectly, giving the car real presence. The suspension is nicely hunkered down, and the VXR has some nice design touches, like the air intakes at the front integrated into the deep front bumper. Along the sides, there are side skirt extensions so well incorporated you can hardly tell, but they add to the feeling of a car that's nicely beefy. Round at the back, there are two real tailpipes that make a really nice sound to start up. Finished off with a subtle boot lid spoiler. In fact, the execution of this performance car can be summed up in the phrase purposeful restraint. Now let's talk practicality. With this car being basically a beefed up version of a standard mainstream family saloon, as you would expect, it scores quite highly in terms of practicality. It has a massive boot with rear seats that fold down completely flat. Space in the front feels generous with comfy seats and large storage in the doors, but space in the rear, because of the large sports seats in the front, feels disappointingly cramped for a car in this segment. The interior design of the VXR is dominated by a set of superb Recaro bucket seats that are both supportive, comfortable and look fantastic. The cabin is further lifted with shiny piano black plastic which, despite the odds, have survived the past decades scratch-free, and silver accents on the doors. Further enhancing the interior is the ergonomic multifunction steering wheel that not only looks fantastic but is also great to hold. The dashboard will be familiar to any Insignia owner, which means a nicely laid out, if button heavy, design with a large control screen through which many of the main functions of the car can be controlled. One really nice touch is the fact that when the VXR button is pressed, the lighting on the main dials change and glow a sporty red. A bit of a gimmick maybe, but it nevertheless makes you feel like you're in something a bit special. Next we've got the tech. It's got quite a lot of tech on this. I'm not going to go through and start listing it all. You've got automatic lights, you've got a big command system through which you can control the air conditioning, you've got Bluetooth set up to hook your phone up. Interestingly enough, although I hook my phone up for calls, I can't figure out how to run music from my phone through the system. You probably can, but I can't figure out how to do that. You've got a trip computer, you've got a system that allows you to go across into record lap times. So it's kind of set up with the idea that you're going to do some lap days in it. And do you know what? Normally I would say, people talking about who's going to take this kind of car to the track. This is the kind of car you might actually take to the track. It's got the kind of power which you feel, I need a track to fully exploit this power. So the lap time thing, that could be a bit of fun. So that's a nice bit of tech they've added to that. I could see that being used. It's got a CD player, it's got a multifunction steering wheel, and cruise control option is on the steering wheel, as well as the ability to be able to scroll through certain features. So yeah, it's fairly well equipped. A woeful omission, in my opinion, is the fact that it's got no parking sensors. This car is a really, really enjoyable car to drive. Cross country, Oh my days. This car is rapid. I mean, you can, and the four-wheel drive, it's got a four-wheel drive system. Oh man. Slow it down into 30. It's got a four-wheel drive system. This car just sticks to the road. You're not screwing up, you're not sort of understeering it anywhere, or it just stays, my hands are just in that one position, in this comfortable sculptured grip here, and you are literally just sticking to the road. It is a really, really smooth, quiet, grippy, nice sounding engine, easy power. This is a really, really nice car to drive. This could be one of the nicest cars, this could be one of the best cars I've ever driven. And that includes the BMW M3 I used to have. Let's talk about the engine. It's got a 2.8 litre V6 24 valve turbo that delivers 321 bhp. Spoiler alert, this car is fast. And I don't mean fast for a Vauxhall or fast for a saloon. This car is just straight up fast. Now, in this world of hypercars and cars that can do all 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds, I was on Car Wow the other day. There's got like a new electric hypercar that's 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. That's an unfathomable amount of speed. That's just nuts. I can't get my head round speed on that level. But regular old school speed, this car, according to the book, does 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds, so about 5.7 seconds, and it goes on to a top speed which is limited, I think, to 155. So, how do I sum up this car? First of all, it's a tremendous car. This car is an awesome car. Let me just say that straight away. I really like this car, so I'm going to straight up. It's got to score really well for me. The first category is going to be for appearance. I like the way this car looks. I think it's handsome. It's a nicely meaty looking car. They've made it look nicely more substantial than it was, with a subtle body kit. Scores out of 5. I think it's a really good looking car. For its kind, 5 out of 5? Is that too much? It's handsome, it's well balanced. I'm torn between 4 or 5 out of 5. I'm going to be a bit conservative. No, I like the way this car looks. I'm going to go 5 out of 5. I've said it. You might be disagreeing with me. I'm going to go, for the type of car it is, I'm going to go 5 out of 5. I think it's a really good looking car, and I think Vauxhall have done a really good job making it look a bit more meaty. So looks, 5 out of 5. Practicality, really practical car based on a regular saloon. Big fat boot, big fat spacious cabin. Surprisingly though, sitting behind myself in my current driving position, wasn't a lot of leg room, funnily enough. So practicality, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. Interior design, ambience. Again, I love the bucket seats. I love the Recaro seats. I just love the look of these seats, and that's a big part of any interior. The chairs that I have in it. So I love the chairs. The dashboards, no big improvement over the regular one, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Choice materials, not massively adventurous. So interior design, I'm going to go 3 out of 5. Tech, it's got a decent bit of tech. It's got your cruise control. It's got a command system. It's got sat nav. It's got automatic lights. It's got a trip computer with a cool thing which can record lap times. It's got no parking sensors, or this particular option doesn't have one. So what am I going to say tech-wise? I'm going to go 4 out of 5 for tech. And then finally, I'm going to go performance-wise. Well, no surprise there. Performance, this car is an easy 5 out of 5 for me. It handles really well. The controls are light yet sure-footed. It's absorbent, but still firm. The engine is fantastic, smooth, quiet, powerful. In VXR mode, it becomes more urgent and edgy. I'd almost have to give this car more than 5 out of 5. But so performance-wise, drive-wise, clear-cut 5 out of 5 for me. Let me know what you think in terms of the car's looks. How would you rank this car in those 5 categories? Its looks, its practicality, its interior design, its tech, and its performance. What do you think? How would you rank this car? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are now available. We are now also on Instagram, so check us out there and follow us there. And don't forget to hit that bell icon so you'll be the first to know whenever we produce another video. As for me, I'm going to give this car another blast.